Now, if I release you from custody, will you appear at that hearing?
If I'm in town,
It's not an if.
Say that again.
yes,
Okay, appreciate it.
I do.
Then I'm gonna release you on your promise. I'm gonna order you not to have any contact of any kind with any alleged victim, to include going to wherever they work or live, or to any incident location involved. You'll be released later this evening, sir. Please make sure and attend your hearings at a warrant condition for your arrest. Thank you.
Wait, what? Just a sec.
You're gonna be
What just
released from custody. So you're gonna be let out of jail. You are gonna have to show up for your hearing on March 23rd. Otherwise, you can end up right back in jail. Okay? Is this Mr. Delgado Noriega?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is our interpreter case. Oh, do we have the interpreter on the line?
Yes, Your Honor. The interpreter's ready. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Muy buenas tardes, señor, le dice el juez. ¿Me puede dar su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
Jesús Manuel Delgado, 418 del 83.
63.
83.
Okay. Jesús Manuel Delgado Noriega, 418 of 63.
83.
83.
Yeah.
Okay. Interpreter, can you please inquire with Mr. Delgado Noriega whether or not he would like your assistance, or if he is comfortable proceeding in English?
Yes, Your Honor. Señor Jesús Manuel, le pregunta el juez, ¿usted quiere los servicios del intérprete o usted quiere proceder en inglés?
Sí, en inglés no hay problema.
In English, I have no problem with that.
Okay. Defense counsel, comfortable proceeding without the assistance of the interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor, if there is any issues, then we can ask the interpreter to step back in.
Okay. Then the interpreter will stand by. For now, unfortunately, I can't excuse you because I believe we have one more case that'll need your assistance.
No worries, Your Honor. I'll just mute myself.
Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Delgado Noriega, you're appearing before me this evening on two different complaints. The first, I'm sorry, both are from January the 7th. One alleges burglary in the third degree and criminal damage, and the other alleges simple burglary in the third degree. Remind you, sir, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing Mr. Paul Gatone to represent you on both matters. The attorney seated to your left is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay.
All right. I reviewed the interim complaints for Mr. Delgado Noriega, as well as the state's recommendation and the pretrial services report. I do know that Mr. Delgado Noriega is, well, actually, let me make sure and clarify this.
I believe he may be pending a no bond hearing, Judge, on what would be the newest case on the criminal history.
Yeah, so I'm seeing hold no, a no bond hold. Well, the pretrial services report doesn't note any other holds, but I see here that there is a separate felony hold in CR2 186001967. Can the jail confirm that we have Mr. Delgado Noriega on a hold already, or not?
Yeah, sir.
Thank you very much for clarifying. All right, well, then I was correct in that. Mr. Delgado Noriega was also a 2 and 4 on the NCNFTA scales. Could not have a third party reach for reference on housing or employment. And I do see the other two pending cases. State's recommendation was $7,500 bond plus pretrial services supervision. And that was to both cases. Anything else to add from the state?
And Your Honor, the state was requesting them as separate bonds, basically a similar bond to what's posted or imposed on one of his other cases, just given the number of open cases and what the state believes to be deemed similar types of offenses.
Yeah, understood. Thank you. Defense?
Yes, Your Honor, given that Mr. Delgado Noriega is already being held on a bond and is pending a no bond hearing, I would ask for a nominal bond for time credit.
Thank you. I'm going to impose separate $5,000 cash secured bonds on both cases. I'll order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted, no contact with any alleged victim or return to any incident location, and set the preliminary hearing for both cases for March the 2nd at 1:30. All right, sir, you're going to be held in custody. If you are released, please make sure and contact pretrial services and stay in contact with your attorneys, okay? All right. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Lopez.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
It's Manuel Andrew Lopez,
Your date of birth?
07/20/98.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. At this time, set for your initial appearance. You are being seen here this evening based on a warrant issued for your arrest in Cochise County. It relates to charges of aggravated assault of a deadly weapon, dangerous instrument, aggravated assault on a peace officer, human smuggling, and unlawful flight from law enforcement. Let me just take a look here at the warrant. I did a warrant as September of last year. I should remind you, sir, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be held against you. Just gonna take a look here at the rest of the file. Okay. Our pretrial services didn't note any other holds, but let's see. Jail has record of separate probation violation holds and superior court holds. Jail, just confirm that Mr. Lopez is being held on separate matters in this apart from this warrant. Okay. So that must be incorrect. So Lopez, you were for the NCFTA scales. All right, listed bond amount here is $25,000. Defense counsel, any comment on this matter? I know I'm not appointing local counsel, but just in fairness, if you have anything to say, I'm not gonna be able to release him, given the pending other holds.
Yes, Your Honor, I would just, given that he's serving a jail sentence, I would ask for a lower bond.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Lopez, you're being held on separate matters and aren't before me this evening. I'm going to impose a bond as requested. Given the nature of the charges, I'm going to give Cochise County an opportunity to address this matter with you. So that'll be a $25,000 cash or secured. I'm sorry, cash secured bond. Excuse me. And I'm going to set a review hearing for you on March the 18th at 9 a.m. This is just placeholder. Hopefully, Cochise County will have transported you or been able to dispose of this matter, but just in case, you'll be seen on the 18th, so we can check in. Okay. Thank you very much. Your shoes. Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Hector Brisila, 10/20/1975.
All right, Mr. Brisila. Good evening. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen this evening based on a charge of misdemeanor DUI, allegedly occurring earlier this afternoon up in Marana. Just remind you, sir, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I'm just taking a look here. Don't believe you're being held on any other matter. So I'm going to set a hearing for you up in Marana for March the 18th at 10 a.m. And it's going to be at the Marana City Court.
Sure.
If I release you from custody, sir, can you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
So what again?
If I release you from custody, will you promise me you will appear at the Marana City Court
Oh, yeah.
on
Yes, sir.
March 18th at 10 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
All right, so then I'm going to release you on a promise. I'm going to order that you not drive without a valid license and that you not consume or possess any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
You're going to be released later this evening. Please make sure and abide by these conditions and show up for your hearings. Otherwise, you can end up right back in jail. All right?
Problem.
Thank you. You're excused.
Here.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Captain James Moore Senior, 9/27/69.
Mr. Moore, good evening. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on a warrant that was issued for your arrest in the Casa Grande Justice Court. It's like back in September of 2011.
Yeah.
On charges of driving while on a suspended license. And I believe that's all you're being seen here on. All right, Mr. Moore. I'm gonna set a hearing for you in the Casa Grande Justice Court. It's gonna be on March the 6th at 9 a.m. If I release you from custody, sir, can you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes,
All right, so then I'm gonna release you on a promise. Again, that hearing is gonna be March the 6th at 9 a.m. in the Casa Grande Justice Court. And the address will be on my order. I'm gonna order that you not drive without a valid license. And that's all I have for you. Please make sure and attend your hearing and good luck.
all right, thank you.
Lock door downstairs to males, Mario, Mendoza. Yes.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Yes, Jorge Manuel Murillo Mendoza.
And what's your date of birth?
10/22/1996.
All right, Mr. Murillo Mendoza, good evening. It's time set for your initial appearance. Seen you on two different matters here this evening, based first on a warrant for your arrest in the Pima County Justice Court. It relates to a charge of theft, criminal trespass in the third degree, and failing to appear. You also have a separate criminal case in the Tucson City Court. This relates to similar charges: criminal trespass in the first degree, shoplifting, and possession of drug paraphernalia. To remind you, sir, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just make sure. All right. I've been seen on any other matter here. Bond amounts were requested were fairly low. So I'm going to schedule a hearing for you in both cases. The first one on the Justice Court is going to be on March the 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. If I release you from custody, sir, can you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm going to release you on a promise. I'm going to order you not have any contact with any alleged victim, include going to wherever they work or live. And similarly, sir, on the city court matter, I'm gonna set a hearing for you on March the 23rd, so about a few weeks after that first hearing. That'll be at the city court instead of the justice court. Prior release from custody on this, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing on the 23rd?
Yes, I promise.
Thank you. In order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not have any contact of any alleged victim, or go back to wherever these matters allegedly occurred. That's all I have for you, sir. Please make sure to attend your hearings and good luck. You're excused.
Yeah.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Yes, sir. My name is Daryl Bowling. My date of birth is September 14th, 1980.
Bowling, thank you. Being seen here on it's like a post adjudication warrant out of the Tucson City Court on a charge of extreme DUI from October 2022. I just remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Just gonna take a look at your file here for a second, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I'm gonna set a hearing for you. It's gonna be on March the 23rd at 2 p.m. in front of Judge Verena. It's at the
Yes,
city
sir.
court. If I release you from custody, sir, can you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Absolutely, sir.
And again, that's gonna be on March the 23rd at 2 p.m.
March 23rd, 2 p.m. Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna reappoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. All right, sir. Again, hearing's going to be March the 23rd at 2 p.m. You'll have the public defender representing you. Please do not miss that appointment, otherwise you can end up right back in custody, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you, sir. Have a blessed evening. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, have you-
Hendricks, Todd.
Why?
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Todd Maurice Hendricks, 21063.
Mr. Hendricks, good evening. This time set for your initial appearance. Being seen here this evening based on a charge of domestic violence, interfering with judicial proceedings, allegedly occurring earlier this afternoon. I'm sorry, earlier this morning, excuse me. Just remind you, sir, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
Okay.
All right. Well, also I got some concerns here by the information that I'm seeing. So I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. And I'm going to set a bond of $1,000 cash. I'm also going to set a video review hearing for you so that you can see Judge Million a little bit sooner than than you otherwise would. That hearing is going to be on February 25th at 1:30 in the afternoon at the city court. That'll be a video review hearing, so you'll be appearing in front of her by the same means you're appearing in front of me this evening. If you post the bond and are released, I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence and you have absolutely no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, Ms. Hornby, include going to her place of work or residence. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. And then that's all I have for you. If you are able to post a bond, you need to contact the attorney, your attorney, to stay in contact and do not miss any hearings in your case. All right.
Mhm.
Lastly, sir, in addition to the right to remain silent and the right to counsel, you have the right to be presumed innocent and to have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt. You have the right to attend all hearings in your case, to include a trial where you are presumed innocent. However, if you fail to attend any hearing in your case, it could go forward in your absence. New charges could be filed against you or a warrant issued for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, you could lose the right to appeal your conviction. Do you understand all of that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And that's all I have for you. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Hendricks out the door, down the stairs, sit with the males. Thompson, Cornelia. Trust. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
And Thompson, 4/17/1982.
I'm sorry, what's your full name?
Ann Thompson, THOMPSON. 4/17/1982.
Do you go by Ann, not Cornelia?
No, just Ann Thompson.
Is your legal first name Cornelia?
Yeah, but there's three of us, Cornelius, so we go by our middle names, and all of our middle initials is A.
Okay, but just confirm, I need your full legal name, please.
Oh, Cornelia. Middle initial A, Thompson.
All right, thank you, Ms. Thompson. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on a charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct allegedly occurring earlier this afternoon. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. I've taken a look at your file here in the pretrial services report. I don't believe you're being held on any other matter, and the alleged victim, who I believe is your current roommate, does not object to your being released from custody, but does object to have any further contact with you. So I am prepared to release you from custody on promise you can appear for a hearing at the Tucson City Court on March the 17th at 9:30. Can you do that?
Yes. Actually, today I was moving back to California when this happened, and so I guess I'll have to stay.
Well,
So,
yes, you will have to stay. You will have to attend that hearing on the 17th. At that time, the judge assigned, Judge Bond, may change the conditions of release that I'm about to impose. But for now, I'm going to release you on promise you'll appear and that you will not commit any acts of domestic violence, that you will have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, and that you will not go to wherever the alleged victim's patent is living or working. However, if you have any personal belongings at wherever the alleged victim is living, you can return with those to get those with a police escort. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
Okay. And again, can you promise me you'll abide by those conditions and appear at your hearing on the 17th?
Yes, sir.
Then I'm gonna release you on your promise. And lastly, I'll advise you that in addition to the right to remain silent, you have the right to an attorney, which you may be appointed by the court or obtain at your own expense. You have the right to be presumed innocent and to have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt. You have the right to attend all hearings in your case, to include a trial, where again you are presumed innocent and it's on the state to prove otherwise. However, if you fail to attend any hearing in your case, to include a trial, it could proceed in your absence. New charges could be filed against you, or a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, you could lose the right to appeal your conviction. Understand all of that? Okay. You'll be released later this evening. Please make sure to attend your hearings and good luck. Thank you. Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
This is Garcia, 12/18/1994.
All right, Mr. Garcia Herrera, good evening. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on a charge of robbery as well as theft of means of transportation. This was allegedly committed on or about 24th of September last year. Just remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointed the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated to your left is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before I say anything out loud. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint, state's recommendation, and the pretrial services report. Here's that Mr. That is already being, his pretrial services notes there aren't any holds, but I believe that he is being held on a Superior Court warrant. Is that correct, Jail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. He was rated a 6 and 5 on the NCAA and FTA scales. A DC record of at least 2 prior felony convictions from 2014. State's recommendation was for $20,000 bond in lieu of a no bond. Anything else to add from the state?
And I'll just note the hold from Superior Court, he's pending an IA on that with the assigned division. I would just note his violent prior felony conviction. He was on release for the burglary first, which the elements in itself require his possession of a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument during the course of that burglary. And in this case, he's on release and gets into a physical altercation from the employee who's simply trying to retrieve back the cart. So we would ask for that bond in lieu of a no bond hold.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor, given that Mr. Garcia is already being held on a Superior Court warrant, I would just ask for a nominal bond so that he gets credit for his time in custody.
Thank you. I do find there would be both the alleged victim and the safety of the community. So I'm gonna impose a $25,000 cash secured bond and order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. We'll order that Mr. Garcia Herrera not have any contact with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live, and that he not possess any firearms or weapons and surrender any firearms he has within 48 hours of being released. Set the preliminary hearing for March the 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused.
Yeah, out the door again. Mendes.
Good evening. Please tell me your full name and date of birth.
Carlos Mendes, 062883.
Was that 6/28/83?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Mendes, this time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen this evening based on a charge of felony shoplifting, allegedly occurred earlier today. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated to your left is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Sure.
All right. I reviewed the interim complaint, pretrial services report, and the state's recommendation. I believe Mr. Mendes has a separate matter in the Benson Justice Court. I don't believe it's being held on that. Was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA and FTA scales. I guess he declined to participate in an interview with pretrial services, and there was no third-party reference that could be reached for comment on housing or employment. And I see record here of, I believe, 10 prior felony convictions. I'm sorry, 11, dating from 2001 to the most recent in 2023. Including similar charged offenses to the one this evening, as well as evidence of probation violations and absconding from custody. State's recommendation was $5,000 bond plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing further to add, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense?
Mr. Honor, Mr. Mendes has no prior violence convictions. He is a longtime Arizona resident. I would ask the court to consider release, but if the court is not inclined, then I would ask for a lower bond.
Thank you. Given the criminal history, as well as specifically the history of failing to appear, I do have some concerns, so I am going to impose a $2,500 cash secured bond and order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'll order no contact with any alleged victim, to include going back to wherever this incident allegedly occurred. Preliminary hearing date will be March the 2nd at 1:30. All right, Mr. Mendes, that's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused.
Mohler.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Jeffrey Mohler at 2/16/1990.
Thank you, Mr. Mohler. It's time set for initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on charge of possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia from earlier today. I should remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated to your left is going to be helping you out in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her, okay?
Yes, sir.
I reviewed the interim complaint, pretrial services report, and state's recommendation. Don't note any other statuses or holds for Mr. Mohler. It was 5 and a 3 on the NCAA and FTA scale, excuse me. Third-party reference can be reached, but he was deemed steps diverse ineligible and had, let's see, 3 prior convictions from 2013, most recent in 2020. State's recommendation was for pretrial services release in the steps court evaluation. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing further to add, Your Honor.
Defense, I'm inclined to agree. Would you like to talk with your client about steps?
Your Honor, he gave him sort of general explanation of steps. And we agree with pretrial services release and waive time.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mohler, I'm gonna release you to the supervision of pretrial services. It's normally the court designed to ensure that defendants who are out of custody comply with all conditions and attend all hearings, all right? So if they call you and tell you need to do something or be somewhere, you need to comply with that. Do you understand?
Sir.
The first hearing I'm gonna set is gonna be on February the 25th at 9 a.m. That'll be at the Superior Court. That'll be so you can be screened for the steps court program, which if you're successful in, could result in your charge being dismissed. If that doesn't end successfully, then I'm gonna set a preliminary hearing date for you. That'll be April the 6th at 1:30. And with that, you'll be released later this evening. Please make sure and contact pretrial services upon your release, and as well as your attorneys. Stay in contact with both, and good luck. All right. Thanks. Good evening, sir. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Tyler Samuel Rothman, 05-27-1996.
I'm sorry, what was your date of birth again?
05-27-96.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Rothman, you're being seen here this evening based on a warrant that was issued for your arrest by the Pima County Justice Court. This relates to charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, dangerous instrument, aggravated assault resulting in a temporary but substantial disfigurement, and possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited possessor, all allegedly occurring on February 17th. Just remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated to your left is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, all right? All right. I reviewed the warrant as well as pretrial services report and the state's recommendation. Rothman doesn't have any other matters pending. It was a 4 and a 3 on the NCAA and FTA scales. There was third party reached for verification of employment and housing. And I see there was record of 2 prior felony convictions, one for similar charges to this. Both included portion of probation violations. Sorry, the first was in 2017, the second was in 2018. State's recommendation was to honor the bond amount of $50,000 plus pretrial services supervision. Anything else to add from the state?
In Your Honor, and just to give a real brief snippet of the facts to support the bond, the victim in this matter incurred a gunshot wound to the neck. I believe the victim there isn't an issue with survival or anything of that nature. Clearly, based on the criminal history, he's prohibited. And I would note pretrials noted 2 violent priors, so I'd imagine there's that violent prior felony conviction, as well as some sort of violent misdemeanor conviction as well. That's not, specifically noted or referenced in the pretrial services report.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Rothman has no recent failures to appear. He is a lifelong resident. As the court noted, he does have confirmed housing, and I believe his mother indicated that she'd be willing to assume third-party custody of him. So I would ask the court to consider release of pretrial services. However, if the court is not inclined, then I would ask for a significantly reduced bond.
In the nature of the alleged offenses, been on a bond. Request for the $50,000 will be cash or secured. I'll order pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'll order that Mr. Rothman not possess any firearms or weapons and surrender any firearms he may have to law enforcement within 48 hours. And that he not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to wherever they work or live. Preliminary hearing date will be March the 2nd at 1:30. All right, sir. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you. You're excused.
You go.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Mario Brady Verdugo, 6/20/1953. I'm 72 years old.
Thank you, Mr. Verdugo. It's time set for your initial appearance. You are being seen here this evening based on, well, there's a couple different matters for you. First is a warrant that was issued by Judge Catherine Monroe, Pima County Superior Court from December of last year. This relates to charges of aggravated DUI, possession of a narcotic drug, and endangerment, all allegedly occur in August of 2024. We also have a city court matter involving charge of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree from earlier this morning. I just remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You have the right to an attorney, and I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you on your felony matter. The attorney seated to your left is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so please speak with her before saying anything out loud. I reviewed the warrant for Mr. Verdugo as well as the state's recommendation, pretrial services report. I believe he is currently on felony probation, though there's not an APO hold that I can see. Was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA and FTA scales. This appears to be a refiled matter. And there's record of 5 prior felony convictions. The last is the current case. It ranged from 1971 until most recent in 2024. Most recent one, there is a notation of probation ending or scheduled at least to end in December of this year. State's recommendation was $5,000 with pretrial services in lieu of a no bond. Anything else to add from the state?
So, Your Honor, he was on release for the case that he's now on probation for. I know he originally had a $15,000 bond before it was dismissed and refiled. The issue that state has here is he's been in warrant status for that Tucson, I believe it's the Tucson City Court warrant that he'll also be seen on. He's incurred new charges while on probation. So the state's concern is his ability to appear. He's incurring new charges while on felony probation already. So the state believes the $5,000 bond is appropriate.
Okay, thank you. Defense, do you need a moment with your client?
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead.
So not 32.
Mr. Verdugo was charged with these offenses allegedly occurred in 2024, which is almost a year and a half ago. It appears these were dismissed and refiled. So he was not aware that he had to attend court. It looks like these were returned to sender. So he was not aware that he had to, it looks like it was returned to sender. So he was not given notice of his arraignment hearings. He is a lifelong Tucson resident or lifelong resident of Arizona. He's also 72 years old. So I would ask the court to consider releasing Mr. Verdugo and giving him the opportunity to appear to his arraignment after this.
Thank you. And I do think a bond is appropriate given that this alleged offense occurred while the both felony and the failure to appear occurred while he was on probation status. So I am going to impose a $2,500 cash secured bond. If bond is posted, I'll order Mr. Verdugo be under the supervision of pretrial services, submit to any monitoring or treatment as directed, that he possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, and that he contacts his assigned probation officer within the first working day of release. I'll set his arraignment date for the 25th, February 25th at 1:30. And on a separate city court matter, Mr. Verdugo, I'm going to appoint city public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing for you on March the 13th at 9 a.m. I'll be in front of Judge Mayhew. I'm not going to hold you on this matter since you're already being held. If you are released, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or return to wherever any of the incidents in this matter occurred. Lastly, on your new charges, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Further advise that in addition to the right to remain silent and the right to counsel, you have the right to be presumed innocent and have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt. You have the right to attend all hearings in your case, to include a trial. However, if you fail to attend all hearings in your case, they could proceed in your absence. New charges could be filed against you or a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you could lose the right to appeal your conviction. Do you understand all of that, sir?
Yes, sir.
That's all I have for you. Thank you very much. You're excused. Hmm. All right. Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Your Honor, it's a Spanish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Reminded me.
And the interpreter is ready, Your Honor. Señor, ¿me puede dar su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Quintana, febrero 24 de 1997.
Abel Quintana, February 24th of 1997.
Thank you, Mr. Quintana. You're being seen here this evening based on a charge of possession of a narcotic drug allegedly occurring earlier today.
Bueno, gracias, señor Quintana. El día de hoy está compareciendo ante el juez basándose en una acusación de posesión de una droga, de un narcótico, que sucedió hoy más temprano.
To remind you, you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you.
Le recuerdo que tiene el derecho de permanecer callado y todo lo que diga puede y será utilizado en su contra.
You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Usted tiene derecho a ser representado por un abogado y voy a asignar al defensor público para que lo represente en este caso.
We have an attorney available for you to assist you.
Tenemos un abogado para que le pueda ayudar hoy.
If you have any questions or need to speak with her, please let me know, and we will try to arrange for you guys to speak in private.
Si usted tiene preguntas para este abogado, hágamelo saber y vamos a hacer ajustes para que usted pueda hablar en privado con este abogado.
I reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, and the state's recommendation.
Bueno, yo ya revisé la denuncia provisional, lo que me dice los servicios previos al juicio y la recomendación de la fiscalía.
Note that Mr. Quintana is a 2 and a 2 on the NCA and FTA scales, and he is steps diversion eligible.
Señor, usted salió en el número 2 en la escala de riesgo y usted cumple con los requisitos para entrar en un programa que se llama STEPS.
He had housing and employment confirmed and had no felony criminal history.
Usted tiene un donde vivir, un lugar estable y también tiene trabajo estable y no tiene antecedentes penales.
State's recommendation was for pretrial services release and the steps court evaluation. Anything else?
La recomendación del fiscal es que lo liberen bajo y que quede bajo la supervisión de los servicios previos al juicio y el juez pregunta al fiscal que si tiene algo más que agregar.
Nothing further from the state, Your
Dice el fiscal que no tiene nada más que agregar.
Since I'm inclined to agree, is your client interested in participating in the STEPS program?
Bueno, yo estoy de acuerdo con las recomendaciones que recibí, dice el juez. Le pregunta al abogado de usted, ¿su cliente le interesa participar en este programa que se llama STEPS?
Yes, Your Honor, we also agree with release to pretrial services, and I would ask the court to waive time so he can attend this first steps court hearing and see if he qualifies.
Dice la fiscal que sí, ella también está de acuerdo al que el señor quede libre, pero bajo la supervisión de los servicios previos al juicio y después que se le fije una audiencia para ver si usted califica para entrar a este programa de STEPS.
All right, sir. I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services and order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment that they direct.
Señor, lo voy a dejar salir, pero va a quedar la supervisión de los servicios previos al juicio y le voy a ordenar que usted debe cumplir con cualquier tratamiento o monitoreo que ellos le ordenen cumplir.
I'm going to order that you not possess or use any alcohol or illegal drugs.
Y le voy a ordenar que usted tiene prohibido consumir bebidas alcohólicas ni tampoco puede poseer drogas ilegales.
I'm going to set 2 hearings for you. The first will be on February 25th at 9 a.m. at the Pima County Superior Court.
Le voy a fijar 2 audiencias. La primera va a ser el 25 de febrero a las 9 de la mañana en el Tribunal Superior del Condado de Pima.
This hearing will be so that you can be screened for the STEPS program and potentially have your charge dismissed.
Aquí en esta audiencia, a usted va a ser evaluado para ver si califica para el programa de STEPS. Y si usted lo termina exitosamente, entonces los cargos, le quitan los cargos.
It's very important that you attend that hearing on time and participate with the program fully.
Es muy importante que usted se presente a esa audiencia, pero que sea puntual. Preséntese a la hora que le indican y que termine con ese programa exitosamente.
Second, I'm going to set a hearing for April the 6th at 10 a.m. at the Ajo
La
Justice.
segunda audiencia se la voy a fijar el 6 de abril a las 10 de la mañana en el Tribunal de Ajo Court.
This is just in case you are not successful in the STEPS Court program.
Esta audiencia es en caso de que usted no cumple exitosamente con el programa de STEPS.
After you are released, please contact pretrial services tomorrow and your attorneys and do not miss any hearings in your case. Do you understand?
Después de que usted salga libre, señor, se tiene que comunicar con los servicios previos al juicio. También se tiene que comunicar con su abogado mañana y por favor no falte a sus audiencias. ¿Le quedó claro, señor? Tiene que decir que sí.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
Muchas gracias, señor. Es todo por hoy. Se puede retirar. Thank you.
All right, that appears to be it. Thank you all very much.